Okay, so this is ZV-E1 with just the first stabilization, okay? I'm not going to do anything without any stabilization. I don't like using software like Catalyst Browse or Jar Flow. Peter can do that. But 16 millimeters with a little stabilization. And let's compare that with what I had on the Sony A7C. So the picture quality looks good. I think I had this on landscape instead of neutral, but I'm just checking out the stabilization and then wide field of view. So 16 millimeters is a lot wider than 20 millimeters, okay? And I will turn it on with a higher stabilizations because I can with this camera, and we'll compare if there's a crop with each lens. So this is the first one. Let me go to the next one, and I don't know if I can turn it on. Yeah, it's on standard. Let me put it on active. Yeah, so you see, if you put it on active, it's a little bit, and then dynamic active. I don't see a difference between dynamic active and active, okay? But there's the active. So a little bit crop. I don't know if there's a more crop with the dynamic active, but now I'm walking around with this lens. And what we're comparing to is with the ETZ21 Pro adapter, Sony lenses to Nikon with autofocus. We're going to see how the stabilization is with these three cameras. So the A7C had the other one where it was just an auto, and it'll apply the stabilization when it wants to. This one I got on the active. I don't see any wobbly, and I'm looking good. What I don't like about the Jar Flow and the Catalyst Browse, besides working with the software in post, it crops a little bit. I don't like the cropping, and I want to show cameras that actually perform without any software. I do have in the camera the distortion on and stuff like that, but all the settings are in the camera, nothing in post. That's the way I do things. I don't make a picture prettier and stuff, brighten it up, do the contrast highlights. If you're a good professional photographer, you know how to do all those things. This is for the beginner, to showing things of when you get the camera, how it performs. Okay, so I'm not even going to put on the dynamic active. This looks good enough for me. All right, so what do you think? 16 millimeters, f2.8. That's good. So let me go to the 20 millimeter one. 20 millimeter f1.8 with just the normal stabilization on the ZV-E1. Okay. So the cat comes in, and then he goes out when he wants to. He just likes to give. He's a pain in my butt because he wants me to open up the back door. See? He has no problem going out. So the reason why he does that is he wants more food. So he'll cry if you don't give him any food. You open the door, he'll decide to go out or not. Me, all I have to do is go outside and he'll follow me. And he'll still cry. He says, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. I just fed him and he's hungry. So, and what I hate is when I used to feed him, he would only eat half of it and then he wouldn't eat the rest. So that's why And he's not overweight. Now, Wanda, she's a little overweight, so she's gonna have to go on a diet. So what do you think? Right? No crop. I am shaking a little bit, but what do you think? I don't know if that's going for the light or whatever, but it's leaning low. Might have to prop that up. I'm also looking at the cement. It's starting to settle, so I'm going to have to fix that. Okay, so let's turn on fire stabilization. See, there's active. Okay, so I can do all that recording. You can see the jump. How do I look now? With a little crop. I don't think the stabilization's that bad. Okay. What I against is when you use software, it takes too much out of the crop already. And this way, if you use a full frame lens, depending if it's wide enough, it's good. And that's what I'm trying to show, is that, you know, I'm walking around, everything's looking good. And this is just active stabilization with a 20mm. Same thing with the Viltrox 20mm, okay, on a full frame camera. So I've used two Sony APS or two Sony full frame cameras, no APS-C lenses, all full frame lenses. I'm going to try the Sigma 16-28 f2.8 at 16, and this lens, the 20mm, on the Z6 III, and then I'll put the Viltrox 20mm on the Z6 III, and now we can compare the footage of with the stabilization and full frame. I can walk inside the house, okay. Of course, this is better in low light, but the A7C wasn't bad either. But you can still see me in dark places. So it's raising the ISO immediately. But you see, it's looking good. So now I'm going to get the adapter and put it on the Z6 III, and then we'll look at that footage. Alright, so the ZV-E1 is in the middle, and then to the left of it is the Sony G 20mm, and above that is the Sigma 16-28 wide angle zoom lens, and that's at f2.8. So this is the end of part 2. Part 3 is coming up next with the Nikon, and I have a little surprise for that also. Bye, folks. Thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time.